Hi guys, welcome back. It's Chrissy the Crystal Indigo, and I am here with the temperature check for the collective. So, like, share, comment, subscribe if this reading resonates with you. Again, right now, as I'm doing this reading, my crown chakra, my third eye, is going crazy. So, make sure that you guys ground your energy, shield yourself. You may be seeing um, or realizing like your spiritual gifts are expanding and you're seeing things out of the corner of your eye or right in front of your face. Don't be scared. If you guys have questions, email me. That information is below in the description box. I want to give a shout out to um, my soul tribe members, those of you who are doing the work. Oh my God, like my Etsy shop has been ringing off the handle. I have so many orders to do tomorrow. And I want to say I'm proud of all of you guys for um, having faith in your journey. The, what is it, Rose? It's Rosie's crystal rose water. I believe that's what's on the site. It's doing phenomenal. And the abundance candles, the bundle of abundance candle, as well as the sigil. So I'm not just trying to get you guys to, purchase things. You know how I am. And the exchange is very affordable, but these are the things that I have put together for you guys to help you along your spiritual journey. These were the things that were guided from me through my ancestors and spirit. And any of my clients or soul sisters will tell you, check the comment sections, that whatever they need, whatever support, I'm always ordering and looking and checking and getting the things you guys need. So again, this is my life path and purpose mission, and I'm grateful to be able to share it with you guys, and you guys support me as much as you do. Again, I want to thank all of you guys who booked mediumship based readings. Phenomenal. My clients were, and some of my soul sisters were really blown away by the results of their mediumship reading, and it was just really a beautiful experience for them to connect with their loved ones, for them to get the answers that they've been wanting to know to the questions that they've had. And so for all of you who need akashic records, past life regression, reiki, that's even been a top for me, and I'm so grateful to do it for you guys. That session is really beautiful. It can be really intense with the energies, but once you are done and the session is over, you are completely just feeling like you're walking on clouds. And that's a beautiful feeling, not to have, burdens or anything just weighing you down. So if you need anything, whether herbs, whether candles, whether, rose water, herbal hand sanitizer spray, whatever it is, just check out the Etsy shop. My handle is Chrissy Crystal Indigo. And if you would like a session of any sort, you can check out my website, www.chrissythecrystalindigo.com. Now, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, all right? Because I do post information to the IG stories, all right? To keep you guys in the know about what's happening, astrologically, or the energies for all of us who are on the, soulmate twin flame journey, however you resonate, even starseed light worker information, witch information, whatever it is. I put everything out there just to make sure you guys are in the know. All right, sorry for the long intro, but I felt you guys needed to get some information. And if you would like to donate to the channel, go right ahead. That information is below in the description box. I do have PayPal. Now for the temperature check, right? So with the collective, there's been a lot of strong energies happening. You may have been feeling your divine counterparts energy very strong. For example, if you send a text to your divine counterpart, you can feel your crown chakra going berserk in that moment, because their energy is connecting to your energy. Or even if you are gifted and you're doing like a Reiki, quick like energy healing, of their chakras, you too are feeling your chakras warm up as you work through and on your divine counterpart. Now, with the age of Aquarius, I feel, with even what I've been dealing with my divine counterpart, that we are starting to merge into one. Because before, I didn't feel any of those chakra energies when I would send my divine counterpart energy healing. I did not. I can attest to that. But I also talked to my Reiki mentor, and she only clarified like now everything is getting strong. You feel them, they feel you, and that energy drives them wild because in their mind they're like, why can't I just forget about this person? Why can't I just let this person go? Why can't I just not respond? And duh, we are one. So the same way I can't forget about you or move you out of my heart space, you're always going to be there, right? Whether you try to cut the cord or whatever you try to do, I've tried it all. I've tried it all. And it just doesn't work, right? And so the only thing that I can do is just pray and ask for support from my deities, guides, angels, ancestors, because sometimes you feel like you're just ready to just walk on water, or you're upside down like a vampire, right? So with the first card out for the collective, we have the Four of Cups. So this is the energy, whether divine feminine or divine masculine, where you're in the energy of no longer focus on what was lost, no longer what was what didn't work out. It's like, listen, right now it's either get on a hot foot or get off the pot, however you want to say it. And it's about like, I need to focus and get in motion, get in my business, because I cannot continue to repeat these cycles and cycles and cycles. And your divine counterpart is feeling the same thing. Remember, the first part of this reading is always collectively. And so it's the energy of, for some, like I'm getting in my power, I'm doing my healing work, and it's not a factor to me, like non-factor. Like if you aren't aligned, then I do not have the time, regardless, excuse me, if it's a divine masculine, soulmate, however that energy resonates, right? You don't have to tolerate the BS, right? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. And this is what that energy is coming up for the collective. Like, okay, a lot of the divine feminines have communicated to me, my divine counterpart has switched, and like the energy so strong, and they're like all in my grill. And I'm just like, back it up. Like, I'm like, no, you want this, because at the end of the day, remember the time where they were always running or always ghosting or couldn't, make a decision to save their life. So this is the energy that we're in. It's just like, you know what, let me take this cup and let me see what I can do with this cup. Let me not focus on the third party situations or these other individuals that really aren't going to support my growth and my well-being and where I'm being led, where I'm being guided to. Let me focus on what I got to do. Let me focus on what divine spirit source God is putting right in my face, and I'm taking a leap, right? All right, so the next card. Excuse me. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Again, this is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. That was Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy with the cups. But here, this is the focus. It's like, abundance. It's like manifesting. It's like bringing your affirmations and your intentions to the forefront. And this is where your concern is. How can I set myself up, but not only myself, but my kids, the lineage. This is something for all of you who are generational chain breakers. That is your focus. How do I continue this legacy on? And your ancestors are proud of you. They're so happy that you are the one to break these chains. You are the one to keep the legacy moving, and they are moving through you as you do this, giving you courage, giving you faith, giving you strength, right? And so with this 10, completion. So you're at that point where you're ready to start your business, where you're, laying the groundwork to bring your business into fruition. However it resonates, it's like, you know what? I don't have time for this. And this, and when you think about it, it's not selfish energy. How long has it taken you to put yourself first, regardless if it's the divine masculine, regardless if it's the divine feminine? And I know a lot of the divine feminine is going to say divine masculine, like they always put themselves first. Like, I get it, right? And with them, it's like actually going for what I want, actually tending to my needs, but in a more spiritual level, not from a 3D based level, being guided the right way, right? And so the next card that came out we have the Seven of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag energy, right? And so you see that, right? Competitive, like, competition, an eye for an eye, like they're going at it. And so I'm looking at this card and I'm like, why is this coming out in this spread? And for a lot of the divine feminines in the collective, you may have felt like your divine masculine was jealous of you at times, or when you did huge accomplishments or made huge accomplishments in your life, they kind of watered it down or made it feel like, anybody can do that, or something they said that just kind of like made you feel like what you did wasn't enough, right? And so I said, I need a clarifier. I need a clarifier for this. And so when I got the clarifier, here we are with the Five of Swords, Aries, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. And you see this one victor and you see the other ones walking away, right? And so when I saw this, I'm like, I get it. The competition, fighting, not seeing eye to eye. But then it's like, okay, right? Like, I don't need all the extras. I don't need to prove myself. I don't need, third party energies, third party situations. 5 talks about changes. 7 is a very spiritual number. So divine spirit, source, God has some play in this to end all of this, confusion and disarray, to where the point you get to see, I understand. I understand now. Stand in my power. Do my healing. And regardless of what anybody else do, I can't control what you do or how you act, but I can control how I respond to it. And it's not a factor, right? Here we are. So the overall energy, we have the Empress 3. You guys know, for me, Ascendant Masters, that's my thing. But with this, it talks about how you're lighting up the world. All of these energies are because of this one energy here, the Empress. You are the leader. You change everything. You transmute energy. You change the situations in your surroundings. You have that motherly divine love, and you are a light worker or a star seed. You're doing what you're supposed to do. And because you're doing what you're supposed to do, everyone else is waking up. We don't have that energy of being lost in the sauce and just trying to figure things out anymore, because you're setting the tone. So as long as you, divine feminine, continue to stay in your power, continue to rise up, continue to not allow anyone that's not in alignment to disrupt what you have going on, what you are co-creating with spirit. This is beautiful, okay? And then under that, we have Temperance. Also talks about divine timing. You're being supported. You're being watched over. Don't worry about it. All right? So you guys let me know if that resonated with your current story, okay? Now, for divine masculine, we have Union. And so with the collective, I feel like for those divine masculines that are fighting, that are struggling to, resist and struggling to surrender, this is what's really in their heart. Like, when they see you, they know. And that song is coming to my mind. Cause they don't shine or smell like you. All I want is you. Yes, right? All I want is you. Now. Yes, Miguel, right? So, this is beautiful. So, this is what's in their heart. And by the full moon, which is full moon in Scorpio, you guys might receive some clarity. You might get some information in regards to your divine counterpart. And, this is what they want. Like, on a 5D level, they're feeling your energy. They're seeing you in their dreams. We, as divine feminines, have been seeing them. It's just a part of connecting it to the 3D. And it's great that, we are all on the same page or communicating the way we do in 5D. But when it matches up in 3D, we know we're on to something, right? Then we have Metamorphosis for divine masculine. So they are going through changes, right? And so again, with my divine counterpart, I know it's just rough. This dark night of the soul is really crip walking on my divine masculine, and it is what it is. Like, I have to let spirit do what spirit does. I can't continue to intervene or get in the way. All I can do is call on my spiritual team and ask for support and work through me as I heal the energy. That's all I've been doing. And they're going through a metamorphosis that's really going to arise a beautiful new person, right? Same person, but beautifully renewed. We'll say that, okay? The next energy out is third party. And so we know, whether it be jobs, whether it be people, whether it be kids, whatever is the interruption in your connection, that's a third party energy that's disrupting the connection. And so we do have a lot of that going on, whether your divine counterpart is honest with you or not. You feel the energy. You know when something isn't right, right? And they always say, you don't want to get caught, don't date somebody who has spiritual gifts, right? And then we have fifth dimension for divine masculine. So your divine counterpart is meeting you in the astral realm, 5D. Like, I know this is my person. This is what feels like home to me. Okay. And lastly, we have karmic partners. Again, a lot of information may come up in regards to that full moon in Scorpio. We got the moon showing up twice so far in the divine masculine spread. So there have been energy that the divine masculine wants to communicate, wants to say how they feel, wants to let you know what's on their heart. And again, the divine masculine has to get the courage to do so, of course, with the help from spirit, source, divine. Okay. So for divine feminine, we have grief. Divine feminine is almost like checked out for those who are not in union. It's like, you know what? I thought the new age of Aquarius was going to put us on the map and like everything will be good to go from here. I was just talking about this with my soul sister, and I was like, it was just like, boom. It's like dark night of the soul, more awakenings, more ascension, more light codes. And it's been having us around here upside down like a vampire, right? And so divine feminines is just, I don't want to deal with this, right? And you can be honest and comment in the comment sections. This is what this is about. This is not a channel where I'm on here preaching about union every day. We are in union at the soul, right? But in the physical, that's what we are, we're realizing, like, oh, we have to separate 5D from 3D, right? And learn how to transmute the two. So with grief, this is what the divine feminine is going through. It's just like, I'm at my wit's end. I want out. And I can be honest. I can be so honest. I said this last night. I said, I want off. I opt out. I don't want to do it anymore. So whatever you need to do just to remove it, remove it. Now, if I'm saying that and I'm here with you guys every day, talking to you guys and telling you just to hold space, in which I always do, this isn't a journey that you just want to jump on the bandwagon because everybody's talking about twin flames, or everybody is like trying to do twin flame healing and make money off of it. This is my real life. I have been with my divine counterpart for 5 years. All right. Just made 5 years in March. And we have not been in union, nor have I have been asked for that typical, like, or to sign the dotted line of being like a girlfriend or whatever. This has been an actual spiritual journey for me, and it has not been easy. So I can resonate with this card. Okay. The next is regret, right? And so for the divine feminine, there's that regret of like, why didn't I leave when, you first showed up at the door? Or why didn't I just walk away when I knew about the karmic? Or why didn't I, follow my instinct, like follow my gut? And there's so many questions that the divine feminine is asking his or herself. And at the end of the day, when we look at it, regardless of how it turns out or what happened, this was written for me already, right? It was written. Either way it go, it would have went some way anyway, right? You get what I'm trying to say. And so it's like, okay, just going forward, like, I don't need any more lessons. I've had enough, right? I get the picture. I get it. I get it. I get what you're trying to say. And I do not need any more lessons. I am quite the scholar, right? And so this is the energy that the divine feminine is in for some, right? Then we have signs, of course, the signs, the 333s, 1111, 777s, 313, 999, 111, 222. Like, I get it. I've been seeing 22, 2 or 222 or 2222 like crazy lately, right? And so at the end of the day, you notice when you're at your wit's end, when you're ready to give up, when you're ready to just throw in a towel, here comes another synchronicity, right? And so again, it's time for us to just co-create with spirit and get the best support that we can, because these journeys are not easy. And again, I wouldn't wish a twin flame journey on anybody. And so I don't even understand why people are like, oh my God, I got a twin flame. Oh man, this is my twin flame. And I'm just looking like, okay, you're going to walk in looking like Beyonce and leave out looking like Whitney. I'm just letting you know, no disrespect. I'm just being honest. All right. The next card out is winter, right? We have winter. And so something significant with winter, something that's on the horizon with winter, or this is when you guys met, whatever or however it resonated, winter, the cold months, it's something that's, significant to your connection. And then we have twin flame. Divine feminine knows. It's like, at this point, you're not on my channel asking, like, how do I know if it's my twin flame? Oh, if you'd have made it this far and you follow me this far, you know already, right? And that's the part that's so frustrating. Like, I see you. I see your soul. I understand what our journey is. I understand what this mission is. But when you got somebody that's not picking up what you're stepping in, it's kind of hard to do what you're called to do. And a lot of you are destined to be power couples, destined to start amazing businesses with each other. Look, 222 on the clock. And this is what's frustrating you. It's like, I don't want any one of you to feel, because your divine counterpart is, moving like turtle, that you are going to be held accountable for that. No, continue your mission, continue your journey, continue where you're being led and guided to. And, if they catch up, they catch up. And if they happen to lose you and you have a soulmate, then that's their loss. But you're going to always be connected, right? And at the end of the day, I don't even think spirit will let it get that far, right? Because I think spirit, source, divine, God is annoyed at this point. Like, come on, man, like, get it together, right? And I didn't get a chance to have free will. I don't even think, and I know that. The same way with my spiritual gifts. I didn't get to say I opt out, I don't want to pay attention. I didn't get that. So what's for you, what's divinely written for you, is for you, okay? So the overall energy, we have observer. So this is what the both of you guys are doing, just observing. Like, you know what, I don't have time. I really, I can't let you take up my energy space. And for those of you who do your spiritual gifts or have your spiritual businesses on the regular, you understand that your energy has to stay pure. You can't argue with your divine counterpart and then go try to do a Reiki session. It's not going to work. You can't argue with your divine counterpart and then go try to do a reading. Their energy showing all up in someone else's reading, right? So it's very important. Now, the energy that wanted to show itself, we have destruction. So this is like a tower moment. And you can comment below if some of you have recently went through a tower moment. I know I have, right? We have commitment, right? The energy of commitment. So what if your divine counterpart, even through all of the BS, right, still when they're alone and in their quiet time, is still thinking about you and what it would be like to be committed to you, right? Now, if we can just get that throat chakra kicked into gear and allow them to be able, or they allow themselves to be able to communicate, that would be the icing on the cake, right? Then we have admired, right? And then we have the energy of settling. All right, so you guys let me know how that portion worked out for you. Does it resonate with your story? We're going to dive into the Wisdom of the Oracle spread. First cards out are for Divine Masculine. So, deep knowing. 43, number 7, deep knowing. And they know at a soul level, they know it's something, and they may not be able to explain it, but there's something so magical, so special about you. And for some, this scares the heebie-jeebies out of them, right? They have that deep knowing. They know. Advice from Spirit. We have chopped wood, 42. That's a 6. Chopped wood. And you know that saying, like, oh, it's chopped wood. Just take it as a loss, right? And this is telling the divine counterpart, you know, you need to just forget how you used to be. Forget the way that you used to live. Forget how things, you know, were explained to you when you were growing up. See, you know, right now in the physical and even in the 5D, what's happening around you now. A lot of the divine counterparts are realizing their spiritual gifts. And again, some of them are horrified, right? And they know you have spiritual gifts, and that scares them. Remember, I told you, my divine counterpart saw a witch sigil book in my hallway on my bookshelf and had the nerve to say, And so I looked and I was like, oh man, he saw the book. And then, you know what? All of a sudden, I didn't even care. I just was like, I was waiting. And as soon as my divine counterpart came out and was like, you better not be doing none of that witch stuff on me, I said, if I did some witch stuff, you and I would be married by now. And my divine counterpart's jaw just dropped. Exactly. Don't play with me. And I'm not going to hide. It's like every time my divine counterpart comes over, I got to stash stuff, put stuff away. And like I'm like about to get raided. And I'm just like, this is like not how I want to be. I need to be myself. You know, I can't have you looking at candles and thinking I'm about to like start a seance while you're in the house. You know, like I'm just like, oh man, my divine counterpart saw candles sitting on my countertop, and I because of how my office is set up, I can see what someone does in my kitchen. And you know, the divine counterpart didn't see me looking at him, and when I looked at him and saw how he was drinking out of his pop and like took a pause and looked at the candles that were sitting on the counter, I just shook my head and I just didn't even say anything. I was just like, hey, whatever. You think I'm in here concocting up something, then that's your thoughts. But think about it. If they really thought that you were that type of person, would they be around you? Right? And we're not saying anything about, you know, spells or rituals or whatever, because we know how it works, right? They're ignorant to it, right? But come on. They know your heart is pure. They know your heart is good, all right? And then for the overall energy, we have poised. 4 and 8, 12. Just being in this beautiful energy, just being elegant, just really being free and embracing life, right? So for divine feminine, we have exchanging gifts. 9, 2 and 7 is 9. And so with this coming out, I feel like not only are you getting more spiritual gifts and sharing gifts with others and teaching others, but for some of you, your divine counterpart will start to equally reciprocate. And I see it in the comments all the time where they're like, yeah, they never give, like they only do is take. And again, we're moving in that energy where the roles are reversing. And I will be the first to say, if my divine counterpart was to surprise me with a gift, anything, right? I would probably be in here doing backflips, right? And I have gotten that energy when it comes to the divine counterpart. I'm like, you couldn't even catch a cold from me. Like, I wouldn't even give you a cold. Like, no, because I'm at that energy level where it's like I don't have anything left to give. My focus, my purpose is what my heart and spirit is on. Right? Beautiful. Now from spirit, co-create 40. Break that down. That's a 4. And this is what the divine feminines really need to focus on. Co-creating. Some of you may have, I think this is a leopard spirit guide, owl spirit guide. Like, look into that and see if it resonates with you. Look up leopard animal totem. Look up owl animal totem. And I know with the owl, it talks about seeing clearly, but I want you to look up the information. But co-creating with spirit, this is really beautiful. So when you're making your decisions, when you're trying to make your, suggestions for what you want to bring to your spiritual business to help others, like whatever it is that you need to do, co-create with spirit, co-create with source divine. Okay. And then for some of you, you're co-creating new light workers, little babies and starseed babies and golden children babies, right? And the overall energy is message in a bottle, right? And this is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. And I'm going to read that for you guys because I rarely get message in the bottle. Okay. Just give me 1 second. My apologies. So it says communication, a sign, a cledin, the ancient name for a spontaneous oracle delivered innocently by the speaker, pointing the way to your highest good. Spirit sends you signs that you ask for them. Oh, no. Spirit sends you signs when you ask for them. When you believe, you will receive them. And when you allow yourself to become fluent in the language of symbols, oracles, and omens, they may come to you as a bird flying by, a logo on a truck, and a song on the radio. Expect confirmation that you are pointed in the right direction. Keep your ears open, for someone might say just the right thing that will give you the answer to your question. Okay, so it says, today your message is this. Spirit hears you and the reply is favorable. So co-create. Let spirit know what's on your heart. All right. And in regards to relationship, it says you can expect someone to favor you with positive news. This could be in the form of a letter, phone call, or email. You are the intended receiver of this message. So stay open to what you learn. Only good will come of it in the end. The signs are all there. Prosperity. You are on a target with your purpose. You are on target with your purpose and your passion. You are coming into alignment with your destiny, and Spirit wants you to know that you are on the right track. Expect a call, a new opportunity, or a message from an old friend or business contact that will lead you closer to your dreams and greatest desires. Spirit has been listening to you. Okay? So, if that is resonating with you, let me know, guys. And I do have bookings if you need a mediumship-based reading, twin flame reading, or healing, career reading. That's one of my top ones as well. Just, go to the site, www.chrissythecrystalindigo.com. All right? So, yeah, I got all that for you. We're going to dive into the energy oracle spread. For divine masculine, we have hostilities. 26 is 8. Hostilities. And so with these energies, with the divine masculine, they're feeling the energies. They know something is happening to them, but they can't quite put their finger on it, right? I can't, control what is happening to me. I'm trying to change. I'm trying to be the old way that I was, but I'm losing my grip, right? And so you may be seeing this in your divine counterparts, all right? Now, from spirit, we have blossoming abundance, number 3, right? And so with the divine counterparts, maybe they're realizing that they can be abundant, that they can give you what you require or deserve. You're not asking for too much, right? And, with this connection, they're starting to see that however it resonates in your story, if it's not your story, don't make it fit. But what I'm saying is they're starting to see that you are their abundance, that anything that you touch turns to gold. And they want that. They want to have that confidence that I don't, it doesn't matter. Like, I will make it happen. And for some of the divine counterparts, they see us and we're all like in spiritual land. Like any of my soul sisters will tell you, if you get outside with me, I'm just like in the trees. Like I just get so happy and free, where I forget, hey, like you're in the real world. You need to put a little tough on you, to keep you protected. But when you do the work that you do, you're already protected and divinely guided. But they know you create abundance and you have brought so much to their lives, okay? Overall energy, second chakra, Archangel Ariel. And so this, I believe, this has to be the sacral, because the root is the first. All right. And so funny, because with this, I also was working on my divine counterpart's sacral chakra yesterday, and I felt it all through my sacral. And I was just like, this is such beautiful energy that, helping and supporting you is sending the energy back to me. And so with your divine counterparts, work on their sacral chakra, right? And so I'll read this for you guys. That's 36. 9. See, they're getting all 9s and 3s. So with 36, almost got it, guys. If you need to book me to do an energy healing for your divine counterpart, that's totally fine as well. All right. Let me see. It's like this book just keeps sliding. All right, so, no, that's why I don't get it. Just stare at the card, guys. Get that little healing, okay? All right, so 36. Here we go. So, the second chakra vibrates in the energy of the beautiful angel Ariel. She sends a bright orange energy promoting inspired creativity and greater comfort with intimacy. When this card appears upright, it's urging you to get creative. Let yourself reach out into unexplored areas of self-expression and new projects that may have a more creative approach. This is also a time when the energies of closeness with others and nurturing yourself can flow more freely. You can now open yourself to the emotional intimacy that may be coming your way. So nurture yourself and be ready to receive the affection and camaraderie of the resonant souls around you. Okay? There you go. So work on their sacral. Now for divine feminine, we have the world, 29, 11. It's all you, baby. It's all you, whether male or female, divine feminine. You are shaping the world. You are aligning the world. Your energy is raising the vibration. And for those of you who are in union, I'm proud of you. You're doing it together. For those of you who are not in union yet, in the physical, right? They will catch up. You continue to lead, okay? You have so much to do. That's beautiful. From spirit, broken heart, number 9. So for the divine, that, for the collective that's in separation, right? Because again, some of you are watching, you're in union. Some of you are not. Most of you are not in union, right? And so spirit is acknowledging your broken heart. But with the number 9 being there, know that this is coming to an end. Your heart will be mended, right? And so look at the cuts, look at the scrapes that the heart has been through, but know that all of that will be cleared, right? And so again, we get into that angry energy where we're asking spirit, source, divine, God, like, why did you allow this person to come into my life? It's been a complete mess. Like, I'm saying it because I've said it. All right. And you're just like, what were you thinking putting this in my life? Like, don't you think I've been through enough? Like, for the love of God, like, we've all been there. And if you're on here and you're trying to be Miss, Perfect Patty, this ain't the channel for you. This is us being real, because this is what we go through on a daily. So I'm giving you, communication ahead of time. Do not come in my comment sections talking about, I'm going to ride for my divine counterpart till the wheels fall off. Well, the wheels will not fall off until you take the lead and step into your purpose and your mission, and until you learn that holding space for your divine counterpart but continuing your mission and continue to focus is what's going to help the connection in the first place. No one said leave your divine counterpart, you're never going to talk to them again. No one said any of that. What we said is get a backbone, stand up for yourself, because again, a lot of us can agree our divine counterparts was using us as doormats. Simple. And we allowed it because we were into this whole spiritual connection fantasy. Like, we have a mission, we're special. No, it's not even about all of that. Yes, all of that is true, but Spirit said, support, guide, lead. He didn't say be a doormat. Right? Do you agree or disagree? So don't jump in my comment sections freestyling about your thoughts about how you're going to ride it out for your divine counterpart, and you're sticking there to the end, because that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is hold space. Didn't you not hear me say work with your divine counterpart, send them energy and things like that? That's still you supporting. But in the meantime, in the 3D, where we're like smack dab facing reality, and everyone's not aligned to this new age of Aquarius energy, you got work to do. Okay? And then the overall energy, envy, number 20. Break that down, that's a 2. So there's going to be a lot of people envious of you, divine feminine. Like, there's no escaping that. You're beautiful, you're magical, everything you touch turns to gold. You light the world up. Everything that you ask Spirit for is served to you on a silver platter, because of you answering the call, because of you doing what Spirit, Source, Divine have asked you to do. And for those of you who've been following my channel from the beginning till now, you've seen it happen to me right before your eyes, right? And so, there's going to be people that want to stop your growth, not allow you to win, screw around with your finances energetically too. And again, that's why I communicate to you guys, sorry about the products on my Etsy shop. Hey, you want to see things, you want to allow your clairvoyant gifts to be stronger, then go order the Almighty One, right? If you want to astral travel and get strong with your shamanistic or however it resonates for you, gifts, because shamans, they do travel, they do soul travel. And the same thing with those of you who have high priestess essence, you can astral travel. All right, want to get that? Get Mugsworth's mission. There's so many different things on the shops that I have, excuse me, that will help and support you, right? And so for all of you, you make a post, put an evil eye next to it. You have a home or an office space, place an evil eye somewhere, right? Because we are working for the light, right? And clearly somebody doesn't want me to get this message out, but it's coming up. We are working for the light. And you will light the world up. Regardless of who tries to stop you, we're going to do what we're called to do. Period. And so, for the last spread, we are using, let me get a sip of pop. We are using Work Your Light Oracle cards. All right. So, before I start anything, this card fell out the deck and made sure I saw it. This card says Akasha. And it says, your guidance is divinely guided. So this message is for someone. Now I'm going to read what this card represents, okay? And I want you to pay attention closely, all right? So with Akasha, we all know about Akashic Records. Some of you guys have received sessions from me. And it's 112, okay? All right. So, Akasha exists in the fifth dimension and the library of souls. All soul contracts, history, gifts, lessons, and more exist here. We each have access to this information of the past, present, and future, and can tap into it at any time. While we have free will, there are also points on the timeline of our lives that are predestined or pre-planned. Soul contracts or agreements that were made before incarnating. It could be a company you chose to work for, a relationship you plan to have, or a person you agreed to mentor or help. Whatever it is, know that it is divinely guided and will not bypass you. If you are waiting for a sign to proceed, this card is it. You are likely living out an important part of your soul's journey, and you are exactly where you need to be. This is very exciting indeed. It is time to call in the support of your helpers, both in the physical realm and the spirit world, to trust the signs coming, to take note of your dreams, to notice any feelings or visions that you receive, for you are tapping into the wisdom of the Akasha, and you are being given the go-ahead to proceed, right? And so with the Akashic Record session, again, you can go and pay for a class that will teach you how to access the records, right? But for those of you who resonate as High Priestess, that gift is already instilled in you. So my client, my little soul baby, she can tell you when she booked me for an Akashic Records, I was mortified. She allowed me to wait 2 weeks until my confidence was up, that I wasn't afraid to do it. And it was the most beautiful experience, but what I feared did happen. And so as I continue, and I've done maybe 15, because I just started doing them last April, right? And here we are, year in. So that session isn't light, right? It's really deep. And once you tune in and you go and you click in and you see, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful to see your past lives. It's so beautiful to see what your purpose is, or why you are doing what you're doing this life. It's so amazing to even see your family members and why you're connected the way you are. It's so many different things that you see. And each library, they'll tell you each library is different. No library looks the same, because it's about your soul, right? Where you've been. And I think the one that I really loved was when I saw the library, but it was more of like a shed aquarium, because it was something with water with this client, right? But my gatekeeper is always my gatekeeper. And if you have questions about that, again, my email is below. Nobody's going to charge you for emailing me. People tell you all the time, I write back. I'm excited when you guys write me. This is my job. This is what what I'm doing today is what I fought to do in many past lives to get to. But I was either murdered or something happened where I couldn't reach my full potential. So it's not happening this lifetime, baby. I'm going all the way. All right. So for Divine Masculine, first card out is Star Mother. How can you mother yourself, right? How can you be gentle to yourself? because I feel with the divine masculines, they have really been beating themselves up internally, whether we know it or not. Okay? From spirit, leap. You go first and the universe will catch you. Again, another full moon, right? And we have the full moon in Scorpio coming up April 26th, I believe. And this is amazing. All spirit is asking the divine counterpart is just trust. We know you're afraid. We know you are scared. Trust, right? And then we have the overall energy. Play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. I'm telling you, I'm resonating with this reading all the way. I am resonating because I say this. Just smile. Let's dance. Like, let's do something silly, right? Why do we have to be so serious all the time? Life isn't about, like, I don't want to feel like I'm back in the military when I'm roaming through the world or on my daily errands. Like I have to get in alignment. Like, you know what I mean? I want to be free, right? And so this is what spirit is reminding the divine masculine. Leap, have faith, the universe will catch you. Just trust and play. Start smiling again, right? For divine feminine, the age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Can I get a whoop whoop? You have been training for this. And a lot of you, comment in the comment sections below. If you've realized you've got new spiritual gifts and you want to share, you want to support, connect with your fellow, YouTube viewers here, your soul sisters, soul brothers. It's all about people helping people, all right? From spirit, don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Right? Be who you are. You hiding what you do and worried about what somebody else gonna think is saying you're ashamed of the blessing that you are receiving, right? And so I don't hide anymore. I don't hide nothing from my family. I post what I want to post on my Instagram page, and that's that. And they'll ask me questions if they want to know. They won't ask me if they don't, and we're good. Right? Don't dim to fit in. They're reminding you, be you. Okay? And the overall message, align your life. What is not in alignment or needs to change? Y'all know my theme. If it's not aligned, I ain't got time. And that's how you look at your life. You have to look at yourself as royalty. And I'm not talking from an ego standpoint, but you guys are so freaking magical. And why are you allowing individuals to just enter your life with coupons and discount codes? We got codes that can change the world from Spirit, Source, Divine, God. So they can take, they can take their little coupon codes and discount asking on your life somewhere else. You got things to do, right? And this is beautiful. Keep yourself protected. Call back your power. Cut the cords. Soul retrieval. I'm proud of every last one of you guys. Again, if you need support, check out my Etsy shop, Chrissy Crystal Indigo. If you need a session, just go on over to my website, www.chrissythecrystalindigo.com. Look at all the services. Read the information. I go in specific, right? And then email me below. Check out my Google. Type me up in Google. You can go in there, look at my reviews. This is my gift, and I'm sharing it with the world. And I'm proud of all of us. And I'm proud of me. Feels good to say that, right? Because so much are we, or for so long, have we had to just dim and not be proud of our accomplishments, worried about what someone else is going to feel. You are doing a damn good job. All of you. I'm sending you so much love and light. Take care.